everyone, Deadpine here. Welcome back to Hardcore Tarkov, Season 2, Episode 11 here. We only did the one episode yesterday on recording-wise, and we got through a couple raids there. We're making our way back to the Shoreline Reserve area. We just survived a customs raid. We're probably going to be going to Woods today. But yeah, we also let the generator and we got the wires, let the generator craft overnight. We're going to be crafting that rest space level 2 today. And at some point later today, we're going to get ourselves that first alpha container. Long intro here, but it's going to be a good episode. Let's go. Let's get organized from that. Let's do first things first here. Let's do Hideout. Because like I said, we let the stuff craft overnight yesterday. I grabbed those wires real quick. Got the generator installing here. Beautiful. Okay, which in theory should have... Oh, I gotta install this. Installing this should, in theory, make this available. Oh, no, that's right. We sold our DVD player. Oh, and I don't have Ragman level 2 anyway. I gotta sell stuff to Ragman. Me thinking we're just gonna be a simple little step up here. Now, the nice thing about Ragman level 2 is you just need to sell a bunch of stuff to him. So, let's focus on barters. And then we're going to sell them right back because we've got some armor right now. We got a few backups of armor here. So we've got 110,000 spent here. This slick could go a very long way to getting Ragman leveled up there. You know? All right. That's getting sold. Helmets are great, don't get me wrong. I want to have helmets, but... And we're definitely keeping the night vision goggles here. But these helmets, we can put these NVGs on the cheaper helmets that trade for bleach. And those helmets are going to go a really long way. Right, plus level 15, which is not a problem. That's gonna happen pretty quickly. But I did forget about the Ragman level 2 part there, because... You know, classic me forgetting about Ragman. Yep. Yep, for now. We just don't have room either. That's the other thing. We don't have room. I'm so tempted to sell this slick armor. Level 6 armor is great, but we're going to die eventually with it anyway. And getting our pouch container is going to be really good there, so... I probably should have sold the other slick armor. That would have helped us out a lot. Okay. And that's also getting us closer to the 1.9 million to buy that first scav case as well. So, why do I feel like the music is so loud? Just feel like the music is crazy loud. There was a Windows update, and sometimes Windows updates really mess with stuff. So. Let me do that. How's my ratio? How's my voice ratio to music? Because remember, I like it to be somewhere in that background noise, not even. That's too much. Sounds even? Okay, yeah, we don't want even. We want we don't want even. We want background noise here. Sorry, YouTube, if this has been happening for the past few episodes, I'm so sorry. I know that was really loud. I'm sorry. Okay, how is this? Is it still kind of even there? It's got to be the Windows update. They always mess stuff up. Nothing is changing? Okay, so changing it on Windows, the side does not do anything. Let's go to 5% pretzel then. Yeah, Simon, a lot of people forget that Peacekeeper is easy to level up. You just got to sell to him. Yeah. Which is fine. He's not like him level 2 is quite good. Like in normal gameplay, he does have quite a few things that are accessible. For us, not a huge deal. That's pretty quiet. Okay, we want somewhere between... Let's try 8% there. Of course, we're... There we go. We'll use this song as a gauge here. This song could just be loud, too. That's the other thing, is some of the pretzel songs are just louder than others, which is why I'm starting to turn off the stuff during the intro. I'm so sorry, YouTube. We're streaming issues here. All right, we are going to need flash drives eventually. Looking at the bars here for on pretzel, it looks like we're pretty good, but I could be wrong. Just let me know. All right, I can't convert really any of those. No, I'd rather only have stuff that we can sell there. All right, let's get geared up for what. Let's get everything back into our base here. Yeah, because I listened to one of the intros for YouTube recently, and it was like that where I didn't want it to be. Probably gonna sell that dry fuel to Jaeger. Save all these guys in here, because remember, we need to get Jaeger leveled up as well. So Jaeger and Ragman are the two really big important people we need to level up here, because if we can level them up, we'll have hopefully we'll have a Mr. Holodilnik trade, and that would be really good, like really good for us. Okay, what's that little blue symbol at the bottom there? Does that mean it can go on something? Oh, is that new? That's got to be new. And which one did you install it on? Don't I have 2 AKs, or did I lose one of those? I didn't. There it is. Installed it on this one. Interesting. Huh. Huh. I feel like that's new, or am I just being a little silly and not have noticed that? Interesting. Either way, we're going to sell it, but just interesting. All right, and I know dry fuel is going to be useful later, but for now, we'd rather have the money and the leveling up here. How close are we here? So we're 400k there. So like getting stuff like shotguns, Mosins, stuff like that out will be really good. I'm actually really tempted to sell this shotgun too. We're going to hold off because it is a really good backup gun for when we inevitably lose all of our stuff. Fuel cons, but they trade for fuel, and fuel's going to be so damn important. Doing this, actually, you know what? Doing this barter is going to be good. So we got to look out for red screwdrivers. They take a priority here. Because if we could, the barter not only gives us money, but we could sell the shotgun back to him immediately. So that'll be good. I just don't have the super water, unfortunately. And I don't think they spawn in raid. So, all right, we are going to woods. We could try and plant some of this stuff. I think I'm going to hold off on that because I think I'm going to hold off on that. No, woods can have plenty of good stuff here, so we'll bring all this. But yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on that because why am my brain not working? Once we get the pouch container, we can just bring them in our pouch container, and it'll be a lot safer. And we don't care about like leveling up stuff. Like we only care about leveling up the dealers we need to level up monetarily. You know. Hey Titans, how are you today? All right, cool. All right, woods raid, here we go. We just survived a customs raid. We're going into woods raid. Apologies, YouTube. I'm still waking up. I apologize. And thanks for being here, everybody, from the world's okayest streamer. Get a nice first sip of coffee here. Delicious. I'm gonna hit that ready button. I'll see you guys in raid. All right, we're in here. Woods. Heard a shot already that way, so let's just get over into here. Remember, I'm only using 855 in this. I gotta reload too. In this ADAR here, so we gotta go for headshots. And we're looking for stuff we can sell to Jaeger or things we can barter. It's a lot of good items right there. Except for this one, but like everything else is pretty good. Okay, let's get that top. Oh, somebody discovered landmines. no, we didn't kill this guy. This guy died via scav, and we looted it off of him. It's cool. It's cool, actually. It's not bad. It's got good ADS speed. 57 recoil. The ergo's not crazy, but the ADS speed's still pretty good for how bad the ergo is. We could Obsidian. I'm not too worried about player loot at the moment. If I'm being honest, like, it would be great to get that, but honestly, it's not really necessary. I personally wouldn't loot in the landmine field. Well, yeah. That's it. If we get a free, easy headshot here, I'm not gonna say no to some player loot. Just, we're not gonna go out of our way for it. Actually, there's a dead scav here we should loot. Dead scavs have a lot of nice things on them. Oh, I didn't like that. There we go. You have to be close enough to it. Oh, ripstop and aramid. They craft. They definitely, the reduction in how well your metabolism starts at is definitely much more prevalent in this hardcore series. They changed that kind of like halfway through this wipe. Not halfway through, but like first couple weeks of this wipe, so I'd already had it leveled up a bit on my main account. It's very obvious now when you start fresh, which I like. I actually kind of like it because it gives you much higher incentive to eat and drink. At least more than just to level up your metabolism for your hideout, right? Like, there's a reason to do it. And I like leveling soft skills when it makes sense. As like a passive, almost like a passive type of thing. Sherman is up. We're not quite ready to risk. Ooh, careful. I have no idea who that was, but I'm a little scared. I was just about to say I'm not quite ready to risk Sturman. We're gonna go back in a way. That was a player. That's real bad. It might not have been a player though. We could try to loop into the new area, try to get enough money to get out. But I don't mind taking a wide loop anyway, just to maybe have a potentially safer extract here. Maybe loot some of the camps. Especially if Sturman's up, a lot of people are going to be either attracted or scared of it. I'm hoping for attracted to it just because of the new task and people are at that point in their Kappa container questing. And I'm really hoping whoever shot us there was a scav. And they're not hunting us. 'Cause that would be a little awkward. I like needing to eat and drink, but I still hate out of raid healing. Not sure what you mean. Oh, you mean like the service from Therapist? I mean, it's either that or buy a bunch of grizzlies, right? Which I didn't hate that. How do you go through the landmines? You don't. They're just defense under price water. There's one little area that you just have to avoid in the middle here, but this is just where the old fence was. Yeah. It's like having a border without having a border. It makes woods feel bigger, too. So. Interesting. See, I don't care either way, Titans. I'm like one of those people who didn't care about after raid healing. I wanted the after raid report, not necessarily the healing. But I think most of the reason people wanted after raid healing is because healing with a grizzly when getting back to your base was annoying. I wish there was a fence for part of it. GSSH's, baby. Heard that bush. Make sure he does have a friend. I would like there to be a chain link fence for part of it. Chain link, though, not concrete. Concrete doesn't make sense. Do I like them? I don't love them. Do you know what they're good for? And this is, they're good for walking everywhere. If you walk places or creep around places, they're really good for hearing footsteps. So those are like the centered landmines near one of the camps. Why is that? Because, like, listen to how loud my footsteps are. Now, I know my stream volume's turned down for you guys, but they're really loud in my ears right now. So if you're running everywhere, your footsteps mask other players' footsteps. If you're walking everywhere, your footsteps are a lot less prevalent. You know? Sorry, friend. I really need everything. I hate taking all. I hate taking all the loot. Sometimes it's just everything is useful to me at the moment. All right, things that are not on the chopping block here. I need money, so that's not on the chopping block. That's gonna get eaten. Honestly, everything else here is kind of on the chopping block. We don't really need that. Let's get topped up here. Oh, for sure, Titans, yeah. And they're really good for solo play. That's the other point I was going to make, is solo play only. 100%. Because your teammates' footsteps will mask the other person's footsteps. For sure. Hey, Tagara. Oh, God, I almost went into the... almost crossed that line there. Let's actually go check out ZV14 real quick. We can get fuel from there, which is such a big deal. It is a little bit of a dangerous area to be in, but... I don't really squad play too much Geezer, but I like Razors and Swordens quite a bit. Swordens have that effect on squad play. Basically, I like everything but Comtacs and GSSHs, even though I do think they have their place and they are valuable. I prefer Swordens. New headset's fine. Yep, new headset's fine. AKMS. Toss that in there. Get some strength training in here too. Why not? Hey, Caps. What's wrong with Contacts? I just don't like the way their sound profile, and they also had the... I don't know to this day whether they are bugged or not. People have said that they're bugged. People have said that they're not bugged. I honestly don't know, but I feel like I missed more footsteps with the Comtacs. That said, I will still use them over nothing in hardcore. Hardcore, I'm going to use everything. So I always am. I'm going to use everything because Comtacs are infinitely better than helmets. Okay, so that side means sniper ahead, by the way. So that's another one of the gates that they use. I like the TAC Sports as well, personally. The new headsets are good just because of the helmets you can use them with. Oh, I'm bleeding. What do you do? 48. So I gotta let that go a little bit more. But I don't love their sound profile. I prefer the Razors or Tactical Sports sound profile. If you want to get a really good video, and I will always shout this out wherever because I think it's a brilliantly done video by Veritas. He has a sound profile test check where you can check to see which ones you prefer. And he puts you in a bunch of scenarios, stuff like that. Those are the fancy ones that sell for a lot, yeah. Yep. So I only use them if I'm like going for fully pimped out helmet with like the Mandalorian mask and all that stuff. But my playstyle is so different than straight Chad, right? Like, you know? Yes. Not because I want to wear it, but because I want to sell it to Peacekeeper or Ragman. Wonder how close we are to workbench level 2. We need to get hit level 20 before I can start repairing stuff. So probably should actually ditch this guy's armor. It's no use to us whatsoever. Hey, Sir Tachyon, how are you today? Blueberry helm, my favorite. God, can't stand that helmet. Hey, good news is we don't have to worry about peacekeeping mission. I thought I had to do that last hardcore run through. Turns out we don't. Yeah, this is just negative space in our container here. Ripstop's pretty easy to get. Like this, I guarantee to keep that because I want to sell that to Ragman. The AKMS may go at some point, but we'll see. It's really powerful to have. Like, it shoots PS rounds. Even if I just take it in naked, it's fine. Put it on single fire. Treat it like an SKS. It's fine. So I think somebody took out Sturman. So we're trying to give that area a bit of a berth. Bit of a wide berth here. Although running in the middle of a field is probably not the smartest play. I guess the question is, do we go to that like new little lumbery mill area, try to get some loot, or do we just try to get out and move on to reserve? The cool thing about woods now is there is loot everywhere. I think we're going to be taking this route out anyway. So I think we go hit a couple of these buildings in here, just see what we get. Go from there. Preparing for the ice storm this weekend? I didn't realize there was an ice storm coming. My goodness. Sounds terrifying. I do remember having an ice storm in high school growing up that like shut down everything for like a week. Just power outages, everything. It was wild. I have not managed to memorize it yet, but usually I use rock outcroppings, Titans, as like anchor points. But I'm not there yet, like the other maps, you know. Getting there. And it's fun to have a new map to learn. You know. Yes, run through counts. Yep. It's about physical location, not about surviving. I don't really like the surviving mechanic anyway, personally. Old Woods kind of got the hand for like half of it, and then they doubled the size. Yeah, if you weren't used to Old Woods already, I knew the Old Woods like the back of my hand. To give the Old Woods credit though, it didn't have like that much woods on it, that many like wooded areas on it. There was like the two main ones, one near Lumber Camp and one near the Jaeger Camp, and that was it. This one actually has pretty large sections of woods. Try not to go up there. There is loot up there, like in a bunker. That's kind of hard to get to, and it's really cool. But people like that area because it feels so cool to get there, so I'm going to try to avoid that. I really need to look at that map. I know I've said this a million times. I need to look at that map of caches. See, I had a pretty good sense of direction. When we were hiking or in scouts, I had a pretty good sense of direction. But that's because I was into that kind of thing, so. Scouts didn't really teach it to me directly. They taught us a little bit of compass work, but like that was more of just a me. My brain had a good sense of direction. It was, you know, it was less on that. I think it's just what I like to do as a kid. I just played outside a ton too. I mean, Scouts was a good practice field for it, right? And Scouts did teach me some stuff, but I feel like what I learned in Scouts was stuff that I was like, I'm curious about this, and now I have the opportunity to learn it. And less of, we're going to sit down and learn this today as a lesson, you know? The stuff that we were there, everyone's like, hey, we're going to sit down and learn this today as a lesson. I never liked those, you know? 2 monitors is quite clutch for learning maps. Or your phone, honestly, Dieboy. Your phone, having a small map is totally fine. And I did that at the start. Wish I'd recorded some of my, like, first raid experiences, like, not just Twitch mods, you know? Just to go back and look on, because I did look at my phone a lot. I learned customs pretty quick, though, but then back then, customs was very small. And it was easy just to, like, pick a tower and run towards it. Nice, Titans. There you go. All right, so we're going to loot a little bit in here, and then we're going to hook right and then try to get out that way. Oh, BS, nice. Some sugar on the ground there. Guess I'll grab it. You have a printed out of map of customs before I had 2 monitors? Nice. There's nothing wrong with that either. Honestly, the custom map, too, you can write on. Like, the printed out map, like, you can write on as well. Sorry, I meant to say written out map, not custom map, but yeah. Like, being able to write on it is actually pretty good. And there's maps in game that you can write on too. All right, some of this was looted, but they missed some. Interesting. Went on a resort with an AKM, guns blazing, dropped 3 man worth millions. It was like 2017. Nice, Titan. That's awesome, Titans. I saw a Reddit post of a written map. Dude had like stash routes drawn up and everything. It was cool. That is cool. That's so cool. Like, it's a shame we do live in the age of the internet because that kind of stuff just is never going to happen. Like, that kind of cool in-game stuff is never going to happen unless there's different incentives other than the fact that it's handy, you know, to have. Because there's just no incentive to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, like, that'd be kind of cool, like, playing the open world version of this and then, like, being, like, kind of sussing out where all the good stuff is. Oh, I definitely need that. Broken LCD is not worth a lot, unfortunately. But yeah, it'd be really cool to like make that like map filling or map completion an actual in-game mechanic that's cool and good to do. But oh well. Maybe that's just the old school adventurer in me. I forgot to start that timer. Dang. We'll let that run to an hour and a half instead. Hey, MW Rabbit, how are you today? Yeah, if you guys were considering supporting the stream, Rocks is a great way to do it. But again, only if you're considering supporting the stream. Condensed milk is fantastic for selling to Jaeger. Be sick if that was lootable. We have a bunch of cool magic packs to open up on stream. Not necessarily there as incentives, but more there just as a cool thing we do. Cool thing we do if they're available. All right, bridge extraction, no. You and your rug, no. RUAF kit, no. Factory gates with the scav, I think. ZB16. Oh, ZB16 could be open. We should check that anyway, just because for fuel. But there's also free rocks there too. If you haven't gotten your free rocks yet from subbing or whatnot, you should definitely check it out. There's some free ones up there. I'm gonna have more free ones later, and we release them rare. You know, sometimes we release rare ones that are only limited edition that are free, rare ones that are limited edition paid, all that kind of stuff. Limited quantities, limited time frames. Like the birthday one I'm gonna have is gonna be the 24 hours around my birthday. So if you want to collect that, you have to be here on my birthday, which is the 20th. So just it's a cool program. I really like it. All right, no green smoke, so ZB16 is not open. There's a dead man here. Dead scav here, really. Don't think there's a good way to fit that rig. I would like that rig, but I don't think there's a good way to fit that. All right. I'm not going to go down below then. There's a good chance there's some stuff that's not looted there, but the goal of this is to get back to Reserve and Shoreline, not to loot woods. I think Reserve in particular might be good for... I think I got him. Just sort of blind firing into the abyss here. Scary. There's a way to do this that I wanted to do. All right, Aramid, goodbye. Put that there. We're gonna drink this milk. We'll put that there. We'll put that there. Gonna drink both of these. Level up that metabolism. Oh yep, could store the lasers. Yep. Oh no, we need the actual gun. Itself, because I need to sell it to Jaeger. Well, I'm not gonna say no to the shotgun that sells to Jaeger. Well, like, I'm just not gonna go out of my way for loot. Scav started it, chat. The Scav chart started it, okay? Good strength leveling here too. We're actually gonna get our full stamina bar back here, and then we'll sprint it out. Buddy me had a nice scav run last night. Both got out with Pilgrims, level 5 armor, AKM, 50 round mag, BP ammo, all types of goodies. Nice, Die Boy, congrats. Sounds like an epic scav run. Sorry, I missed that. It's weird that I can't be right next to the fence to actually extract here. All right, we got out. That's the important part. We got out with some stuff to sell, and it's all good. GG's. Got a player kill thanks to our GSSHs. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice. That was a thorax kill too. Interesting. I guess they weren't wearing armor. Oh no, they were wearing armor. We just punched through it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, it's 44 kilo on the back. Not high level strength, you know. What's the best gun for 7.62 by 39 BP? I have 1,200 rounds, and I just want them gone. I don't care the price of the gun as long as it's low recoil. AKM, I think is your best bet for full auto. You could also just use like an SKS or something. But if you just want to spray them at people, yeah, AKM. I don't know if the AKMN has a slightly better thing or not. Is it 97 pounds? Nice. Gonna leave the flashlight on that one. Selling that for sure. Is AK-103 low recoil? There you go. AK-103 then. So cool thing you can do, Kyle, if you do right click on the ammo, you can do right click linked search on rounds, and there's actually a tab for the guns that can shoot it. So that's pretty cool. All right, we're getting really close to all of these guys, which is nice. We didn't quite get those screwdrivers to barter with, though. That's going to be our really kind of our claim to fame there. I think I'm selling this. Again, we want to get to that 1.9 million ASAP. I think I'm gutting this and selling most of it. I'm going to keep that, though. Suppressors are good to have. And this sight's still good to have, too. All right, tubes can go. That can go to Jaeger. I could sell that to Jaeger, probably. Yep. That can be sold for now. We're not trying to keep those for now. Get our food in the rough spot here. God, I cannot wait to get our first cases. It's going to be so good. I'll keep our 855 there. We'll go ahead and reload that. Okay, load that up. This is good for crafting. These will be good for crafting, but I might have to sell these. It's unfortunate that as that is. Oh, that can go into there. That's good. I know we're gonna need a ton of motors later, but I really might just have to sell these. So. Oh, I got some room here. Let's toss that motor in there. Toss these there. We'll put that tool set there. Perfect. I'm gonna sell the helmet to Ragman. For sure. Put that there. All right, our meds are running out there a little bit. Let's save this for topping up, and we'll switch to a new Salela. That's still good. Oh, that can go to Jaeger. All right, cool. So now we can do this barter. Glorious. Not quite there on those. Okay. Definitely selling those. So tempted to sell those fuel cons. I might just do it. Just get it over with. Just do it. All right. Ragman, sell that. Again, I know it's not worth all that much, but we really need to get him leveled up here. I don't know if we're stacked. We've got a lot of crap. We've got a lot of crap. You know? We're going to get Skier leveled up at some point. Oh, we actually have... Why do we have so much money spent on... Oh, that's 800 rubles. I was like, well, how do we have 800k spent on Skier already? We don't. It's... Yeah. Skier's like the last of our worries, though, because he does not have good barters. He has really bad barter traits. So, there's no reason to do that. Like the equivalent of like pennies sold to him. Does Jaeger buy energy saving lamps? He does not. All right, I'm doing it. I'm selling the fuel cons. We're going to regret this later, I'm sure, but we're going to loot a ton, so it's fine. Another 70k towards leveling him up, as well as closer and closer to... Closer and closer to our scav junk box, which is going to be a huge deal once we get the rest space done there. All right, we are ready to go to reserve here. Let's go hit up reserve. Let's bring a... Let's not bring this backpack. God, this backpack is annoying to deal with. It's fine. It's just annoying. All right, we're not gonna bring a backpack so we can take the backpackless extract out. If we find a backpack and take T2, that's great, but yeah. So, YouTube, I will see you in raid. Let's go. All right, we're in. I have never seen this spawn before. What? Just give me a graphics card. Punish them all. This is a spawn? Holy smokes. I feel like I just cheated. That's what it feels like. Wow. Lots of bad guy action over there. Gotta remember, I'm only using 855 here, so we're not really going to punch through armor well. Actually, we'd love to get into the bishop, white bishop there. Meds and blood sets and is that Tetris right there? Hell yeah, it is. Blood sets and I can't grab that because I don't have a backpack. I'm not too worried. Like, yes, that's our scav junk box right here. Probably worth grabbing. But we still need money spent with other people. Let's see what we hear. There's people going into there already, which is good. And there was fighting near our extract anyway. People rush the drop-down room. They do rush this place sometimes, but... Sorry, Vunikat. We're not too deep into the stream here. Mostly because I, slept in a lot last night. And I did slack on my tweet this morning, so. It's a good one. That's a really good one. That on 5 instead. Has a higher chance of keeping me alive. That sells well. I think it has a craft too. Probably don't need this. We have plenty. Sells well to Jaeger. So Salewa quest is done. Yep. Which is nice. Don't have that key yet. Bandage. That room right there is a good place to get blood sets and syringes as well. Although by the time we get there, we might be able to just buy what we need anyway. Okay, not gonna go on the roof. Shoreline's pretty good scat for hire, but like it really depends on what you're comfortable with. If you, as a low-level player, if you are comfortable killing people, Factory's a great place to get loot, you know? Depends on what you mean. And Cryptic Wolf. Cheers. But yeah, Shoreline's pretty good. I don't think there's such a thing as best. It really depends on your playstyle, your comfort level, and what you're confident with. Oh, there's a sniper. It might actually be safer to go to D2. All right, let's go to D2. I'm not a fan of this, but person's raining death from above. Well, that's an interesting concept. I wonder if that they could have like secret doors like that in the future. Be cool. Hopefully I gave him a little bit of a scare. If I had a cleaner shot, I might have actually been able to like take him out, but oh well. This one's just a strict upgrade, I think. Still gonna keep this, of course. Let's go ahead and reload now while I can pick up the mag safely. And get this top loaded. Oh, that's interesting too. That's actually relatively close by. I think that's above me. We're trying to stay in front of that guy. Crap. Oh, this is not going to be fun. I don't know if they open these doors or not.
Yeah.
They do.
Вижу пидораса.
The click of doom! No! Piss off, Raiders. Sniper player on the dome. Raiders down below. The click of doom. I knew I should have reloaded. That's on me. Ah, the click of doom. Man. I don't even know if I would have looted all that, guys. Like, I would have grabbed what I could and gotten out, but I'm not even mad about the Tetris. I'm mad about just not getting out, you know? Like, I just wanted to get out and get back to Shoreline. No, I didn't. I guess I had the flashbang, right? But, like, I knew exactly where he was. The idea was I step out and shoot him in the face. but the click of doom got us. And that's on me for not having awareness there. Well, GG, Raiders. It's fine. We lasted longer than I thought I would against them. It's fine. All right, so we have to go back there. Stuck between Sniper and a Raider place, yeah. I would like to donate a Scav junk box. We're getting there, Wraith. I need to get Ragman to level 2 and a DVD player. And once that's installed, once Rest Space 2 is installed, I'll be able, and 1.9 million rubles, I'll be able to buy one. I was like, please, 3 more bullets. Yeah, that's kind of where I was at too. Like I only planned on peeking out for 1 or 2 shots, but yeah, it sucks too because they didn't seem like they had great guns either. All right, let's go to the reserve with the intention of staying there longer and taking D2 later. Reserve can have what we need to, so there's no reason to not do that. And I think we're gonna wear this with the intention of getting rid of it, maybe. Because it is negative space. That said, we can also just sell that, wear this, and wear that. I guess the question is now is what gun. That PP-19 is actually looking pretty good. Maybe not all of these, but definitely not all of these. All right, and we could do modding because we have our first bench here. Kerber shade's fine. These are all fine. That's all good. Let's see if we have a slightly better grip. We do. We don't need to use a crazy good grip for this. We'll just use the one that it came with. I feel like I had the proper stock for that, but I don't want the proper stock for that. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Because this doesn't need that stock to do well. All right. That plus 3 mags plus like a stack of 50 should be good enough. Again, we're not trying to take on the world here. We're just trying to get out. Damn. You know what it is, Titans? I didn't reload after that first burst for covering fire. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Almost positive that's what that was. All right, we don't have any more Comtacs, unfortunately. No more helmets. So I think this is what we got. That's what we're going in with. What do we got down here? That's where my axe is. Oh, I definitely need to sell this to Jaeger. Let's actually put the drill down in there. I'm actually gonna sell this too. I'm not gonna use this. Let's put that drill down in there. All right, so we need a DVD player, which there are a few PCs. Oh, I need some healing too. I need a DVD player. I need to heal. I don't need to heal. I'm going to heal. Let's use an IFAK this time. We'll use IFAK. We'll use this guy. Definitely use this guy. So we'll do a little 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Nah. Of all the maps to not go in with a painkiller, I think reserve is the one. Sling bag is negative space, but we can craft that into nice stuff later. Ramaj. You know what it is, Simon? That's actually, I reloaded too much in the beginning and I was backing off on the reloading now. So like I actually did reload too much in the beginning of that. I got killed more often from reloading too quickly than I did from that. Now I'm going the extreme opposite other way where I'm not reloading enough with 30 rounders specifically. Actually, can this? Hang on, can this? No, I was gonna say if that could go there, I'd toss them there to sell to Jaeger, but all right. Just mechanic that. We are getting there though. We are definitely getting close to this junk box, which is going to be a big deal. We're going to fill it immediately, but it's going to be a big deal for space. We're going to try to immediately go for a second one. All right, I think that's our kit for reserve here. Yeah, that's our kit for reserve here. I will see you in raid, YouTube. All right, we're in after a unfortunate defeat there. Let's try and I think I might try to rush D2 here. We're gonna do very quickly the med building, and we're just gonna get into D2. So now that I know people can actually spawn in that building, that's wild to me. Uh-oh. I can't tell if that's at me or not. I don't think it is. But you never know with these things. Oh, there goes a Mega Chad. Hey, don't notice me. Oh, please don't notice me. For the love of God, don't notice me. We're not living through that. Whew, he's got the big boy gun too. Oh boy. What? That shot turned me back the other way. What the hell is that nonsense? I'm caught between boss and two Chads. What am I supposed to do? I can't run, Glenn. I'm caught between two people again. Ah! All right. This is more like the hardcore that I was expecting to have. Oh, man. You know what's funny? Gun games ain't my cup of tea, but my grandpa was a gunsmith. Nothing wrong with that. You're fine, no wire, no worries. I mean, we've only been playing Tarkov, so if you've missed a few streams just because you haven't really been feeling Tarkov, that's fine too. I was very pinned there. It happens. It happens. All right. We're going to go in not geared this time. In fact, we're going to go in with like the bare minimum to make us not viable there. I am going to sell that. We're going to load this with PBM. Oh my goodness. Belazin, thank you so much. Is that still too loud? I feel like I've reduced the sound of that and it still feels like it's too loud. All right, that's good enough. Oh no, I gotta fix my broken legs at least. It's a little loud. I've reduced the sound though. Like, that's weird. All right, that's fine. All right, fix those up. We're not even gonna bother to heal those. We're just gonna get in there. This is gonna be a run through YouTube. We're just trying to get to Shoreline here, to where you get the nice, relaxing loot. I'll see you guys in raid. All right, we're in again. Bare minimum here. Probably just gonna run through. I'm gonna check here real quick for anything that'll fit in my scav vest, and we're just gonna run to the manhole extract before anybody can get set up on the loop there. I think the original raid that we did spawn in here was not greedy, personally. Like what we did, I don't think that was greedy. It just sucks we ran out of ammo. And that last raid was, we were really stuck between two places there. Sucks that it was a scab boss minion that can throw perfect grenades. Hate that. But this building's actually a pain in the butt to get into. I really want to loot this PC in here before we get out. Because if I find a DVD player, this raid will be worth it. Well, it's also just human nature to not be able to do what was necessary, being social creatures and whatnot, but also poor leadership. Beautiful. Also beautiful. All right, we out. Run through, don't care. We're just getting a DVD player in general. I only need one. Because I am silly and soul mind. Hey, we got past reserve, hooray! Nah, I like reserve. I think we only want to go there if it's nighttime. So, again, run-throughs don't matter, but we can now go to Shoreline. Again, can't heal any of that. Gonna be an uncle in March. Ooh, that's exciting. I would say GG, but like that was like the quickest raid ever. It's fun for YouTube though, because we spent less time in raid there than we did in loading in, but YouTube doesn't have to worry about that. You guys don't have load-in screens. Look at you go. Isn't that nice, YouTube? Definitely gonna sell that. All right, let's sort this. Try to get some stacks going here, I think. Save some room. Not quite. It's close. I think there was a stack of this somewhere else. There was. Not enough, though. I should make this full stacks only in here. That's what we really should do. Because then we don't have to worry about stuff, right? Like, we can stack it in here. That'll be good. But I thought you loved reserve. Everyone kept coming into stream and saying you killed them in reserve yesterday. I agree with the Vudicott too soon. But also, lol. Pretty good. All right, so we're gonna hit up Shoreline here. Gonna go in with armor. Gonna go in with a backpack. I need a DVD player. I need stuff to sell to Jaeger. I need stuff to sell to Ragman. And I need some sort of defensive weapon. Could do pistol. We have been lacking in the pistol area. I would prefer something with a little bit more range on it and potentially suppressed as well, because that would be helpful. So maybe we're doing this guy. I've got a lot of good ammo for him as well. So let's do modding here. Let's go ahead and do that guy. What do we have for range? I have this Valde. We also have this guy, which is actually quite perfect for that. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to do these two. And we're not going to worry about PS ammo. We're going to use BS, but then we're going to top load with BT. And everything's going to be absolutely wonderful. Let's go ahead and sell that to Jaeger, sell that to Ragman. Might be worth selling one of these to Ragman. I don't really know. We'll see what we get, where we're at when we get to the actual DVD player and needing Ragman. Yeah, some people get stuck in their ways. I wouldn't worry about it, no wired. How close are you getting the alpha case? We are pretty close. DVD player, Ragman level 2, I think is where we're at. So we just need another, what's that? Less than 200k sold there. And a DVD player. And we need to wait the appropriate amount of time to have the rest space installed as well. But yeah, DVD is easy to get anywhere pretty much. There's at least a couple PCs on pretty much every single map. Where that room for loot. All right, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. 4, 5, 6. We'll just do it that way. I might trade for a painkiller. You know what? I'm actually gonna bring that. Not a fix-all, but gets there. So, all right, what do we need here? We need... We're keeping an eye out for, in particular, these items. Chlorine, NaCl, H2O2. Horses. I need 2 more horses and we'll have a dog's case. It's actually not bad. I think I said that last time we looked at that. Like, that's not bad. What else? None of that. There's another trade that I wanted to do. We need to get stuff that's worthwhile to Jaeger. So we need red-handled screwdrivers. I have plenty of wrenches. We could probably barter twice there. Because once I get Jaeger to level 2, which again will be at level 15. Once I get Jaeger to level 2, we'll be able to hopefully barter for a Mr. Holodilnik, which will be also really good. What else? Yeah, and just things I can sell to Ragman. So like, or barter with Ragman for. So masks, paper and bleach wouldn't be the worst idea either. Toilet paper, soap, chocolate energy drinks. Not the craziest, best stuff in the world, but it's fine. My experience, cabinets on Shoreline have a higher chance of spawning DVD players. There's like a millions on the server or on the map. Yeah, for sure. Put that on 7. Oh, I need that stack of BT so I don't run out of ammo here. We'll bring the stack of BP instead. Perfect. All right, so we got armor, we got a bag, no contacts. That's fine. All right, let's do it. Back to our home. Oh, let's actually get healed up here. Let's do like this. Let's do one of those barters. Go ahead and heal all with that, and then we'll heal all with this cheese that's got a little beat up there. Beautiful. All right, back to Shoreline, back to our hometown, back to where we know, back to where we love. The generic everything that we need. Yeah, horses for when we get the alpha container. Yeah, horses, DVD player, stuff to sell to Ragman, stuff to sell to Jaeger. Kind of in that priority. I'll see you later, YouTube. All right, we are in right next to the town too. There are a lot of spawns around here. But most of them don't want to loot the town. So if we just sort of chill for a minute, they might run past us. As long as they don't make too much noise. You love making money in the village? Yeah, it's fun. I really hate not having contacts. Having Ragman level 2 is also going to do us a really good solid favor and let us trade 3 matches for contacts. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Also, loosely level your strength that way too. But yeah, I've come across people like doing that multiple times. Yeah, but you still gotta level it up somehow. Yeah, free dog tags, free kills if you needed them too. Which is kind of neat. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is here is we'll walk through the village. That'll make us less obvious. Hopefully. Hot rods, we need those for the hollow donut trade for sure. Right, it still levels. It's not like the leveling where like the leveling cheese that you used to be able to do. You used to be able to do like, you know, a full 30 to 50 points in a raid, right? Yeah, it was a little crazy. You can also do it solo too with the fireplaces as well. So, I am glad it changed. Yes and no. I wish there was a different way to stop the cheesing of it. because I like the like if I want to go in like if I go in and I run a lot with strength training wise from stuff that I looted in raid and I didn't go in overweight to cheese it specifically, I feel like I should be rewarded for that. But I'm willing to sacrifice that bit. To stop the cheesing, you know. We'll see. Again, in open world style, it could be. Yeah, you never know what the tweaks will be. I can't tell if I'm hearing Ladybite talking in the other room or if I'm hearing footsteps. So I hate not having contacts. There's a fuel spawn right next to this tractor, although the fuel spawns are stupid rare now, so. Filing cabinets, Ariel. Lady Pine speaks Russian. Not yet. She's pretty good at Spanish. Definitely not how that works. She speaks in footsteps. Sure, Ariel. Yeah, yeah. It took us a minute to grind it out in this playthrough. The whole lack of spark plugs in filing cabinets was interesting, but yeah. Usually they're pretty prevalent in those. Because again, this hardcore playthrough, you could treat, because you don't have access to flea market yet as a player, like all the loot spots that I like find and use in this hardcore playthrough are really useful for pre-level 10, for hideout construction, all that kind of stuff. I'm actually gonna start saving these because they trade for those army bags that we can sell. Good morning, Sam. Like, how are you today? The house doesn't have anything in it except for those 2 jackets. Up 5 million rubles. Nice, congrats. Very, very cool. Doing good, thanks for asking. Nice. I'm doing pretty well. Got coffee. I got a cup of coffee in me. We finally made it back to Shoreline after a few reserve deaths. And we're kind of cruising here. We're just sort of taking a nice, easy, relaxing loot day until nighttime. Then maybe nighttime we'll go back to reserve where it's a little bit safer, less Chad filled, as they say. Nice, nothing wrong with that. You guys got this. All right. I believe in you all. So, need to come out of this raid with the DVD player. Hopefully some green gunpowders. If I can get 2 more green gunpowders, that sells well too. If I can get 2 green gunpowders, we can get another ammo box, which will be really good. Although we might just want to hold off and buy another ammo box for mechanic level 2 at level 20. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. No. We're actually going to need broken LCDs for... There's a weapons case barter, I think, with broken LCDs. But we just can't quite afford them for now. Probably going to get rid of the Xeno as well. In fact, I'm going to get rid of it now. GP coin sells nicely. Car manual. GP coin trades nicely as well. I'm probably going to end up keeping it. A lot of our late game weaponry is going to come from GP coin barters. Did I change the rules after the rules video? No, that rule, we re-uploaded the rules video. To have the fixed, there's 2 mistakes in the rules video. So we re-uploaded the rules video. So if you haven't seen the second version of it, then yes, we have changed it since then, minorly. But, yeah, in general, no, they're the same. Dasamir. Why do you ask? Just out of curiosity. My inventory is a disaster, similar to Dead Pine's hardcore stash. About to hit 14 though, so once I'm 15, I should be able to get some crate barters open. Nice. Yeah. And you're just playing regularly, Tigara, right? I don't need those. Those pliers are like the only thing I don't need from those. There's TP there. Honestly, we might use it to trade for that level 4 armor that we're wearing right now. First swipe, hell yeah, Tigara. Yeah, and that's the cool part about this game is the first time you play this game, it plays like hardcore, where it's like you're still learning everything. All right, we have a backpack, so we can actually grab that. Very nice. Not a bad little gun to have. I'm going to do this loop. So we're going to loot the front of the town and then the back of the town all the way to the wood pile, and then we're going to go out. I definitely need that drill. I forget for what, but I definitely need that drill. So we're going to use all of that. We don't quite have this leveled up enough to craft, because crafting condensed milk is actually a pretty good way to level up Jaeger. But we don't have that going at all. So, hey, Certain. Hit or miss. We're about 50-50 for today. Definitely died a few times on reserve, for sure. Which sucks, but that's how it goes. Hey, because getting workbench level 2 will also be really good. Because workbench level 2 and ragman 2, I think, is our stipulation for being able to repair armor, and that's going to be just also very powerful. Storage and otherwise. Magnet's definitely good. I don't think I need these wipers at the moment. I've got a lot of stuff in my inventory I can ditch here. So hit and miss, certain, but also I'm just super excited to stream all day today. Definitely want that as well. All right, don't need these right now. Don't need this right now. We're going to start needing Tushunka soonish. Actually don't really need Green Tracer. We're not going to be using that much 9x19. This playthrough until we can start crafting like APs for pistols. We're just going to be sticking to the stuff we can get the decent rounds for. Take that. Some nails there. Oh, beard oil. I didn't know beard oil could spawn there. That's cool. Well, now you know. All day you'd be 24 hours, right? No. Unless I somehow magically had 10,000 viewers, like actual 10,000 viewers, I probably would not stream for that long. Oh, Chainlet did trade for that visor. You're right. You're actually right. Because then we can trade for the visor, sell the visor. Knight Above, you are a genius. I don't know if I need this relay. I'm going to replace that with the duct tape, though. Second beard oil, yep. So right now that's just money, which we do need money. Like, I can't say no to money right now. Did I loot this? I did. That was a GP coin. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. That's selling to Jaeger. I don't know what our status of screw nuts and bolts, like nuts and bolts are. Where did I drop it? That's the other question. As in here. All right. You're very right on that. Chainlets for the visor trade, sell the visor back. It's not going to be a crazy amount of money, but it's definitely double dipping in the area there. And 10k to Ragman is pretty good for us right now because we don't want to sell bags or armor at all. They do Mythgar, but we're running out of space. Like, we only have so much space here. So until we get some stuff going, space-wise, you know, crates, containers, all that good stuff, we got to be a little bit careful and prioritize other things, right? But generally speaking, I agree with you. Nuts and bolts, so good. What do we got here? Labs, arsenal, storage key. You'll love to see it. That's always amusing to me. Definitely wear that. Red gun. I keep getting red gunpowder, man. All right. It's not even worth that much on the market either. Like, it's fine. It's just not even like, it's fine. All right, don't need the blue tape. It's funny, we found 1 million red screwdrivers in the past. Now that I actually want 2 of them, we're not finding them. Okay, at least the key will sell well. I think I'm going to start getting rid of screw nuts if we find stuff like, yeah, like that. That sells the Jaeger. Let's take focus on our specific task here. We'll worry about crafting supplies and whatnot later. I think there's a fuel spawn right there. Again, fuel is stupid rare at the moment, so if you find any at all, it is worth it. And I actually kind of like it, personally. I like the idea that fuel is rare. It should be rare. You know? All right, I'm going to hit that on our way back here. Okay, nothing on those. Start running a little bit here. So there could be some player scavs. Don't need CMS kits yet. That's just bolts. We're not prioritizing those. No yet. Check upstairs real quick first. More screw nuts. Is that nails? I feel like nails are better than screw nuts. They don't need much to craft, like, hideout crafting wise, but they are quite good. For individual crafting. There's a paid there. That's a Salewa kit, which we don't need money that badly, so I'm gonna put that book away. Grab that. Not really a price on healing. Red pliers. Another Kvass. Oh, that's a cleaner. Sorry. We do need a cleaner for something, but we're not going to worry about it for now. That's a little scary. Fortunately, we're going to be... Uh-oh. We're leaving. We're leaving. I don't know what I heard, but I heard something, and we're leaving. There's somebody in there, too. There. How did I miss that shot? It's such an easy shot. Deadpine, you suck. You suck. How are the rates so far? More like that than they are with that. Ah, man, that sucks. God, I bounced right above his head twice. I should have moved more on that second shot, but I was like, oh, this'll hit him. This'll hit him. I think my laser gave it away there, too. The thing is, The thing is, if I had been more aggressive, we probably win that fight. So I died there because I didn't play normally. I played passively. I should have just ran away. Well, we're going back to Shoreline. Hooray. I guess. I might just go in with a pistol this time. Like, we're going to super avoid people now. Okay, do a little 0 to hero action here. Well, if we're gonna bring in armor though, see, this is the thing. Like, if I'm gonna bring in armor, I shouldn't, or if I'm gonna bring a pistol in, I shouldn't go in with armor. Let's do this. Let's unload that. Let's unload that. That's gonna get sold. Unload that. That's gonna get sold. Okay. Beautiful. I'm going to use this like a pistol. This is the one that does not work in there, right? Yeah, okay, so PMM does not work in this one. All right, get rid of those. So free up a little space here. Thought I had more PBM than that. I guess not. All right, and then we'll bring this into top load with then. And we could also ditch this if we want to. Nice. You die, you learn. Well, yeah. It's the thing is, I've learned that lesson, Glenn. I just forgot it. Those are the worst ones when you've learned a lesson already, but you forget about it because it's been so long. Got to refresh. I hate that. All right, well, that'll be good though. Put these stacks, try to get the full stacks up in here. I think I'm gonna sell this FMJ. We're never gonna use it. Hey, Tomridge. Okay. Again, try to prioritize full stacks in those just so I can see what we have to work with here. Beautiful. Okay, good. All right, so we're gonna use this as a pistol, and this is why we crafted all these scat bags, because we're never gonna get to there. I don't really like shotguns myself, no. In fact, I'm actually really tempted to sell this one to Jaeger to level him up to get a Mr. Holodilnick. They are good though. I can't deny that they're good for what we're doing, but I'm just not a fan. All right, I think, well, we have to rinse and repeat. We don't have a choice because we died there, but rinse and repeat there. Oh, let's get some meds. Let's get some meds going there as well. Aggressive play is usually the way to go, yeah. Would have hit him, might not have killed him. That's just me. I missed my shot, so I went chest shot, or what did I hit 3 times? So probably chest shot, bounce, miss the head, maybe another chest or arm shot. I don't know. I just missed my headshot. I was going for the headshot there, and I should have laid into it full auto or taken more time to reset for the headshot, you know, or been aggressive once I heard the steps, just burst through the bush and try to kill them with hip fire. But I was like, no, we're playing hardcore. I got to play safe, you know, and we've died a lot today. So like when you've died a lot, you tend to like play a little bit safer, that sort of thing. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. All right, meds, and then we're gonna get in there. I'm also gonna grab another cup of coffee because I need that in my life. Okay, 4, 6. Put that on 5. That's all we'll bring. We die. It's fine. I gotta say, you know, we gotta ration our meds here. Well, at least we're cleaning up some space in our inventory here. All right, YouTube. I will see you guys in raid. We're gonna go to Shoreline again. Oh, I gotta heal, I guess. All right, we'll do You know what we'll do? We'll do this, this, that. That. And then maybe we'll do the legs. Perfect. Perfect. So finding stuff in raid will be good there. All right, Shoreline it is. I'll see you guys in raid. All right, we are in. So, gonna leave that on single fire. This is a pistol. It's a funny looking pistol, but it's a pistol. Honestly, that MP9 that we used as a pistol was really awesome for that reason. Can always flip it to full auto too if we need to. All right, let's check for 301. Actually, no, I have 301 already. Okay, nice. Lady Pie made pancakes. I had a pancake. It was tasty. It was really good. And good morning, Silver. How are you today? Coffee and Dead Pine, hell yeah. Hey, me too. Except for I'm not in chat. I'm just sort of here. All right. Red screwdrivers, DVD player, green gunpowder, stuff to level up Jaeger, and Ragman. Let's do it. Except I am Dead Pine. That's true. It's like a 11th wall breaking. Mm-hmm. The ratios are excellent this morning in the coffee, I must say. All right, so although I'm not going to go loot the rest of this town, I do want to hit up these two caches right here. Maybe even the third cache, because the caches really do have good stuff in them, comparatively, and can have, like, the headgear that we need, etc. Comtacs, all that good stuff. Extra things here to put on. Gun? Gun. Another one we can use as a pistol. But in burst fire. Actually gonna use that first. I guess PBM's technically better against helmets, but they're almost the same. They're just bad. They're all bad. You know what? I convinced myself to loot some of this town. Sorry. Classic Deadpine. Saying he's gonna do one thing and then doing the complete opposite. Just the stuff around the caches, though. And then we'll go back and do the rest of the other town, and then try to hit caches on our way out, to be honest. Another gun. 104. It's not bad. About half on the BP. We're going to leave that on single. Yes, for now, let me introduce you to your host, Greed Pine. He's usually the one looting. The problem is when playing in hardcore, Greed Pine is less successful. Jackets are significantly less important now. Yes, we do need to get good keys out, but like we don't have anything to put them in to get into raid yet. We don't have our alpha container yet, so or the docs case to go with it. So it's just not. Yes, we are going to need them eventually, We just don't need them immediately. And I'm gonna check jackets while we're here. I'm just not gonna make it like I'm not gonna make jackets a priority. That's all. That is all. All right, just yellow-handed pliers there. Tube cell belt Jaeger. I'm sure I'm gonna want these eventually too, but oh well. It's not a bad one. No thanks. Same thing as last time. Just gonna load all that back here. I don't know if we even need hoses. It's pretty wild. I actually think we might even have enough for the rest of our hideout. And that's on me. I should really be like tracking how much we can do. Like how many we actually need, you know? Imagine a small cherub over your shoulder with a ruble symbol for eyes, whispering, "Loot." It's pretty good mental image there, Obsidian. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. Is that for a Mosin? No thanks. No, thank you. Could be like a little loot goblin with the same ruble symbols for eyes. I mean, that's it. We don't need rubles. We need specific items, but yeah, close enough. Chat, we gotta talk. I keep coming out of alert to force step out to exercise and someone else has claimed it. Like, seriously? I know. Crazy Norscope. How dare they? How you doing, Mind? Welcome. Cords will craft wires, which we are gonna need more wires eventually. If we hit Ragman 2, we could start bartering for the tri-zip. Honestly, that's gonna be pretty dope as well. I'm realizing now all the good barters we're gonna have after hitting these level 2 barters here. It's gonna be pretty wild. But yeah, if anybody in chat hasn't checked out the new rule set yet for this wipe, please do. It's not the classic rules. They are very difficult. I guess it's subjective on whether they are more difficult or not. I don't really know. There's some easier aspects, there's some harder aspects to it, so take what you will, I guess. But yeah. I searched that, right? That video explains it all, which is really nice. You know what? I am actually going to skip the rest of that. We're going to go into the swamp here. Yeah, nighttime looting is really where we can shine if we need to. Which is, again, another reason the left-hand time slot only is actually more of a limiter than it is a... Just like, only can use the one time slot. Because if we were following the classic rule set, like, doing nothing but nighttime raids would get us stuff so much faster. So much faster. Matches are good. Go ahead and snack on that bad boy. We're good on screw nuts, I think. Hey, screwdriver, chlorine, nice. I want both of these things. Get rid of that. Get rid of that, or take that. Don't need those. Wiper fluid. Not the craziest gunpowder house, but that's okay. I almost feel like they've removed the gunpowder spawns from inside the actual house, but it still has a name. They can be. scat for hire, but there's just less players. There's less players, and if you know where you're going, they're not that bad. That said, cultists in this would be a little scary, but we actually have NVGs to use. Actually, kind of nice here. It is going to be raining nighttime, so that's a good one. We'll be all right with that. We'll be all right. Raining nighttime is the best spot for NVGs by a lot. Night raids are generally speaking safer. Yeah, there's just less players. They've come out with this. Battle States come out with the stats. There's just like 70% less players on nighttime raids because people don't like them. So you have a chance to run into ultra decked players who are running like crazy NVGs or thermals or whatever. Like that's just a risk you have to take. But like in general, raid in, raid out, it'll be less. So in a pinch, we can ditch this MP5 and just keep the mag. The mag's more important than the actual MP5, because if we want to use an MP5, we can get a... we could use a knife barter. Hold on, I gotta do something here. Get my windows back in their proper spots. I believe they attack Sky players. I could be wrong, though. I'm not 100%. There's usually scavs here, but don't know. Right, they have the lower percent chance to get the like ridiculously decked out, like they're gonna have every single advantage over you player. There's a chance to get those, but it's a much lower percent chance. And it's not even like 90% of the player base isn't a rat or a Chad. Like, we've gotten to the point where people overuse the term, and it's polarizing, right? 90% of the player base plays kind of how I do. Maybe a little on the less, little on the slower side. But they're just looking to get good loot. They're looking to have good fights. They're looking to survive their raids. That's it. That's all they're trying to do. They're not trying to, like, crouch walk the entirety of the map. To spend 3 mil to get your beta container? I'm sorry. That sucks. Oh. That is stupid important. No, I actually want that. Okay. If this tunnel's open, we're going to take it out. And it's not important because of Kappa. It's important because you need it for workbench level 3, I think it is. And workbench level 3 is really good. All right. Sorry, rock passage. No rock passage extract. Those 2 extra slots are a pretty big deal. It's a super geared player. I'm out. We out. Yeah, we out. If I had nothing to lose, I'd go for it, but We got stuff to lose here. Yeah. No, I know people using it for the basic playstyle. I just... Yeah. There's too much to this game to have it be that. And, like, your definition of what your, like, sliding bar of what a rat and a chat is, Mythgar, is going to be different than the next person's sliding bar of what a rat and a chat is, you know? Depending on where you're at on that sliding scale. That's why it's, like, it's okay to... It's okay to use it as a judgment tool, but it's just, it's not, you know? Yeah. So what would you define me as then, Mythgard? Like, on my normal playthrough, because I am not overly aggressive. I do care about loot more than actual player kills, but I also like killing players, you know? It's satisfying. Because that's kind of how I see most people like to play. It's like in that middle range there. I guess the question is, was this guy going out this extract or that extract, you know? Do they have road to customs or tunnel? Dead Pine's a trat. Or rad. I think rad's better. Yeah, I'm rad. Yeah, I am. I'm super rad. Opportunistic scavenger. For hardcore, yes, I would definitely class myself as opportunistic scavenger. For my standard account playthrough, a little bit more aggressive than that. Loot Goblin, yeah. Yeah, that's fair, Mythgar. Having both... That was me. Having both types of raids, for sure. Fair, I was just curious, Mythgar. Yeah. No, I definitely like rad. If we're going to combine the two, I'm definitely rad. A rad. Nice. Tom, make sure you're only linking that if you're going to be checking out the page, my friend. Or if somebody asks you to link it. We've talked about this in the past. I don't like you running random commands just at will, you know. Please and thank you. No, you're good, like, sir. I just, Tom Ridge has a bad habit. This is no offense to Tom Ridge, of running random commands so other people will see them, and I don't want that in the chat. I don't want, you know, if somebody's asking for them or inquiring about them, that's fine. I just don't want the commands to be run willy-nilly. And we've talked about it. Tom and I have talked about this in the past, or rather, I've said stuff and Tom never responds to me. But please don't forget that, Tom. Thank you. All good. I'm up for good discussions. Text just makes it this side a bit more cumbersome, for sure, Mythgar, for sure. I don't know what I need more there. I'm only gonna hit these 3 caches, and we're gonna get out. So. How you doing, Zergling, by the way? Good to have everybody here. Hopefully you're having a fine Friday. We're gearing up for that weekend. Anybody else have a long weekend? Well, I don't have a long weekend. I'm never gonna have. Is that an Alton? Oh my goodness. What is that? What is this? What is this nonsense? All right. The thing is, though, we need to take it all. All right, get rid of that. These are still good. Do I get rid of this Keter? Is that what's happening here? I don't even think it's worth all that much. Hey, Paralyzed War Dog, how are you today? All right, Plex. And bolts. I have these mags back, so if we get another Keter, we'll be all right. Yeah, Keter doesn't sell much to vendor, which is nice. The MP5 will be more. Remember, I'm trying to level up Ragman here by selling these like Altons and stuff. That's actually, as far as leveling up Ragman is concerned, that's pretty good. Doing pretty fine. Glad it's the weekend. Nice. Yeah, chilling. We're getting smacked around a little bit in hardcore here, but hopefully we can get this as a win under our belt and get that fire clean out. The fire clean for the mech bench is going to be really nice. Yes, love it. GG's. That's a good one. Bummer, Carlos. I'm sorry to hear you have no internet. 4-day weekend for the win. Nice, TVD. Hell yeah. GG's, guys. That was a great raid. That's exactly what I was looking to do. We're looking to get out there, get a win under our belts without firing a single shot. You'd love to see it. Questing, Simon. I call that questing. Okay. All right, that one, that one, that one, this one. These all go to Ragman, which is nice. Okay. Might actually get us there, too. It'll be close. That slab plate's worth so much. Oh, look at that. 0.9 away. You can have this fleece. All right. Ragman is officially level... Well, will be officially level 2 when we hit level 15. So we don't have to worry about Ragman anymore. Jaeger's our next one here. I can't believe that was 0.9 away. That's actually really funny. Wow. Okay. We're going to save this. I don't want to use that, so we're not going to save that. We're going to sell that. I might use this 104 for our next few raids here. Okay, let's try to get these all squared away. Again, this fire clean will be used for our hideout, not really for the Kappa container. We'll put it down in there though. I guess, I don't know. Part of me is just like, why do we have to classify it? Like, play Tarkov how you want to play Tarkov. There's no right way to play it, you know? Guess it's just human nature to want to classify things. Too silly to me, though. Wouldn't worry about it, Carlos. If your internet's out, your internet's out. Like, stash orders my way. I approve. All right, it is going to be raining here. I don't have a helmet to put these NVGs on. We only got out with one bleach. Bummer. All right. It's fine, though. We could deal with the dark. That said, we could do reserve here. I don't really know. Either way, that's actually going to be wrapping up this episode for YouTube, though. Episode 11 had some ups, had some downs. We definitely got a lot of deaths in there, but we got back to Shoreline and we got Ragman. That last catch was pretty good. So we got Ragman there. Once we get the ability to buy cases, we can buy our scav junk box, which I'm very excited for. So we've got a lot of nice things going for us here. If you're new to the YouTube series, make sure you watch it from the beginning. Lots of fun episodes out there. Join us live, twitch.tv/deadpine. Sub, notification bell, comment, like, all that good YouTube interaction stuff. It really helps grow the community, and that's what we're trying to do here. Get that YouTube self-sufficient. I'm rambling. I will catch you in episode number 12. Bye-bye.